They sued me for stealing my husband's fortune. Then the judge stood up and said one word that changed everything. They always thought I was just a housewife. An old woman who married into money and spent her days baking pies and pruning roses. But when my husband died and left every cent of his multi-million-dollar estate to me, and not a single dollar to our daughter, they snapped. My daughter and her arrogant husband dragged me to court, accusing me of forgery, manipulation, and even elder abuse. The daughter I gave birth to called me a gold digger. She said I stole her father's empire, but they had no idea who I really was, until the judge stood up, looked me dead in the eyes, and said one word, "Commander, let's rewind." My husband Richard built an empire from luxury hotels to tech startups. And yes, he loved me, but he loved power more. What no one knew was that long before I met him, I commanded one of the most classified intelligence units in the country, trained in psychological warfare, asset protection, and counter-surveillance. Richard knew who I was when we met. That's why he trusted me with everything. His passwords, his holdings, his legacy. When he was diagnosed with terminal cancer, he made his will clear. Leave it all to her. She'll know what to do. The day of the hearing, the courtroom was packed. My daughter sat there with her husband, surrounded by flashy lawyers. They painted me as a senile widow who tricked a dying man into signing away his fortune, claimed I forged documents, manipulated his mind. Then I took the stand. Before I even opened my mouth, the judge stared at me. Then he rose to his feet. "Commander Vance?" he said, stunned. "Is that you?" The courtroom went silent. My daughter's face? Priceless. "Retired, Your Honor," I replied. The judge smiled. "We served together in Brussels. She's the sharpest operative I ever met. If she says the will is authentic, I'd bet my gavel on it." Suddenly, the lawyers were whispering. My daughter looked like she'd swallowed glass. But I wasn't done. I handed over my evidence. Video recordings of Richard dictating his final wishes, digital timestamps, and biometric verification. Then I dropped the final bomb. I had already moved all the assets. The properties were transferred. The accounts were sealed. And their names? Never even appeared in the new legal trust. They sued me too late. The judge dismissed the case with prejudice. But I wasn't finished with my revenge. Before leaving the courtroom, I turned to my daughter and said calmly, "This isn't about money. It's about loyalty. You sold me out for a check. So now, you get nothing. Not even my name." She tried to yell, but the bailiff silenced her. And as I walked out, the reporters rushed me. All I said was, "Next time you come for the Queen, know what game you're playing." Sometimes the sweetest revenge is letting them underestimate you. Subscribe now and never miss the next takedown.